The battle between Naruto and Sasuke is over. They've reconciled their differences, and the Naruto Shippuden anime series has seemingly concluded. Or has it? In this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden, we delve deep into the past to see the origins of Naruto and Hinata. While this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden was not exactly enlightening or very exciting, I have to say that it was still at least beautifully atmospheric, delving into the past of Naruto and how lonely he truly was. Now, this episode really isn't going to change that much for the series. Basically, it's just more of seeing Naruto as a child and how everyone in Konoha Village shunned him or ignored him completely. That is except, of course, for both Hinata and the third Hokage. In my humble opinion, one of the biggest accomplishments about this episode, especially within the first half, is that it's very low on the dialogue. Most of the episode is just watching Naruto run around and do his thing as a kid, with a lot of really great symbolism and great imagery. In fact, I really love how it opened up with Naruto actually watching this hawk flying all solitarily in the sky, and he's really excited by seeing this. When suddenly another hawk is joining in, he starts to get sad, reminding himself that he himself is alone. So he decides to go off on his very own adventures. There's a scene where he sees these kids playing in the street, they kick a ball towards him. This is basically an exact replica of the scene with Gaara. Everybody starts talking bad about him, and even Sasuke sees him for the very first time. The rest of the episode is watching Naruto go on an adventure in the woods where he does his very own personal ninja training and even starts to camp out, catching fish and even finding a lot of mushrooms, which may or may not be psychedelic. He does not know. What is interesting about this scene is he sets up a campfire, he's cooking some fish, when suddenly the third Hokage just appears out of nowhere. And apparently, this, according to this episode, might have been the very first time that Naruto actually met the third Hokage. And I'm not sure if that actually lines up with the actual timeline of the series, as the third Hokage is sort of responsible for taking care of Naruto ever since he was a baby. And here, he's not a baby, he's around 3 to 4 years old. So I find it weird that Naruto has never met this guy until now, unless there's something I'm missing. What I will say is, the scene here was quite beautiful, as the third Hokage has always been a very grandfatherly figure, and he lets Naruto know that the world is vast and grand and just waiting to be explored by people. This gives Naruto a lot of hope, letting him realize that there's more to the world than just Konoha. There's a lot of great people out there to meet and to be friends with. This basically gives him the strength to carry on, and at the very end of the episode, he ends up jumping off of Mount Ninjamore, presumably to his death, but somehow he survives. The second half of the episode is devoted entirely to Hinata and her original backstory, meeting Neji for the very first time, not to mention learning how important she is to the Hyuga clan. Hinata, of course, wants nothing to do with any of this, and even decides to run away during a Hyuga funeral, which might have actually been for Neji's mother. It really wasn't confirmed in the episode, but she runs away into the snow, she gets lost, and she's found by Naruto Uzumaki. This might have been the first time that these two characters have met, and it's clear that they're trying to connect this with some of the scenes that were seen in the Naruto movie, The Last. Speaking of which, the intro for this episode heavily implies that we're going to get a lot of material that's going to involve a time skip, where we get to see the characters as they appeared during Naruto The Last. This is going to be really important, as it's going to allow us to see how Naruto develops his relationship with Hinata a little bit more than in the movie version. Not to mention, I think it's going to be really exciting just to see the adventure of some of these characters when they're a little bit older. We get to see a lot of that in the intro, and it also sort of gives away some pretty big details for people who do not read the manga. It officially confirms that, of course, Naruto is going to become the Hokage, as you see his face on the monument. You get to see Kakashi in his brand new outfit working as the Hokage. The song itself is called Kara no Kokoro, and it's a pretty okay song. It's very uplifting and it makes you feel good. And there's a lot of hints to a lot of the stories that they're going to be telling in this sort of post-Naruto arc. What I think I loved more than the intro has got to be the outro, though. Watching the Naruto characters play baseball. Why don't we just make this into a spin-off? Although I have to say, is Sasuke cheating when he's using his Sharingan abilities to actually hit the ball? Are they allowed to use ninjutsu when they're actually playing this game? I want to know more about this baseball Naruto spin-off, which will never happen. So what's the rundown on this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden? This is one of those episodes that I think you can sort of take or leave. If you're just looking for some more Naruto entertainment, check out this episode. It's certainly going to hit you right here, and it has a really interesting art style going for it. All of the backgrounds in this episode are super detailed and incredibly gorgeous, and add a lot of great atmosphere to a lot of the scenes, whether they be super happy or super sad. The actual animation, on the other hand, of the characters is so-so. There are times when it looks really good, most of those times being close-up shots, but a lot of the shots from far away just look kind of sloppy. Not to mention this one real awkward scene of watching Iruka slurp noodles for way too long. At the end of the day, however, this is basically just some extra material for the Naruto fans. I'm interested to see how far that they're actually going to take this. I know that they have a couple of the novels that have been done that they're going to adapt, but I'm interested to see if they're going to go full on and try to do some brand new anime original content, which means, of course, we're in Fillersville. I mean, this was basically a filler right here. There's no basically about it. It was a filler episode of Naruto Shippuden, but it still wasn't exactly a bad episode. And I can understand that a lot of fans of the series are going to be very frustrated with this one right here, because they desperately want to see the true prologue to the series. You know, my guess is this is basically going to be a long stride before we hit that eventual Boruto anime series. They've made no formal announcement about it, but heed my words, they are going to make a Boruto anime. There's just no way they're going to let that one go. They're going to be able to make a full, brand new series of it, and hopefully it's going to be exciting. That being said, this episode right here was okay. It was a nice emotional episode, and it certainly had some beautiful and sad moments, but it's not exactly reinventing the wheel. What I will say is I loved the brand new intro, I loved the brand new outro, so that's definitely a reason to check out this episode. And if you wanted to see Naruto and Hinata as kids, then this is the one for you. So I'm going to give this episode right here a 3 out of 5. Just kind of an average episode of Naruto that's not exactly bad, but not exactly great either. It's just somewhere in the middle, and it's something that you can ignore, or it's something that you can digest at your own pace. So, pretty decent episode of Naruto Shippuden. You heard my thoughts about it, but I want to hear from you guys. Did you watch this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden? Are you disappointed by the fact that we're about to get a lot of filler and novel adaptation stories? Are you ready just to get to the end? Are you excited over the prospect of actually seeing some brand new material with the characters during the Naruto The Last Time period? And what do you hope to see from the rest of the Naruto Shippuden anime series? Make sure to tell me in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel, Super Kami Guru 9000, for all of our latest anime and manga reviews. I'm also going through Pokemon month right now. It's my big celebration where I'm going to do Pokemon themed videos all throughout the next month as we lead up to the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon. I just did a top 10 list, my top 10 favorite ghost Pokemon, so do yourselves a favor and check out that video. I would really appreciate it. I'm ready to take Super Kami Guru 9000 into the stratosphere. For the last couple of months, we've just sort of been doing okay at best. I want to try our best to get more views, increase the production value, and make more people aware of the channel, and I really need your guys' help to make that happen. So please do your best to share this video with all of your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. And as always, stay dandy, baby.